Welcome to our 2025 Gala of Unity, celebrating diversity and understanding for stalking victims.
I came to Maryland about 5 years ago because I accepted this position with the state of Maryland university system because it was a perfect marriage between the work that I did previously as a special agent with the federal government, investigating mostly white-collar anti-terrorist activities that had a nexus to cyber, meaning that people had committed crimes using their computer or their cell phone or GPS device. And nowadays, technology is so advanced that criminals or evidence of criminal activity can be acquired through almost every digital device that connects to the internet. So that's your washer and dryer, your refrigerator, your thermostat, your e-watch, and anything else that connects. So I teach my students at the University of Baltimore how to collect digital evidence from devices and prepare that for a court of competent jurisdiction, because most likely it's going to be used in a criminal case. Although there's some work that's done for administrative or civil, the bulk of it is going to be most likely used in a criminal case. We could just, there's many types of cybercrime, but I was invited here to talk specifically about stalking. And I would just want to bounce off something that the council member and the attorney, Marilyn, had mentioned. So back in the day, to complete the elements of a crime for stalking, you had to be up close and personal to that individual, right? You had to be in proximity. It was a proximity crime, like a lot of crimes were. But today, as you know, with the advent of the internet, you don't have to be up close and personal to anyone, right? Especially for stalking. You could do all of this. You can intimidate, harass, annoy, bother, put someone in fear. I'm quoting some of the 3-803, 802 law for harassment, which is actually harassment is part of, or stalking is part of the harassment general statutes. But those things nowadays can be easily done with the click of the mouse, right? Technology has given offenders license, basically, to sit back in the confines of their home sometimes, or from anywhere in the world for that matter, and inflict some type of conscious victimization of others, yeah? And I think the attorney also mentioned that a lot of times cyber stalking is not reported, and she was absolutely right. In fact, a lot of crimes are underreported. The only crime that's consistently reported is murder. All other crimes go grossly underreported and includes cyber stalking. Unfortunately, that's part of our society. And like I said, a lot of offenders, they love the fact that they can use a digital device to inflict some type of harm on others. I was going to also mention, sometimes the victim, we talk about the victim in terms of this primary victimization. However, a lot of victims can be victimized secondarily. And you might be wondering, how is that possible? They're victimized once already by, let's say, the cyber stalking. But sometimes the criminal justice system can inadvertently victimize a victim more than once, meaning that maybe the information about the victim gets out in the general public or the public domain and further exasperates the problem. The victim might suffer some type of emotional or psychological harm, that they're not getting adequate counseling, let's say. We know that a lot of organizations around the country, a lot of county attorneys' offices offer the victim of crimes compensation fund, et cetera, et cetera. But do you honestly think that a monetary compensation will make a victim, like cyberstalking, sex extortion, will make that victim whole again? Probably not. In financial crimes, possibly. But we're talking about things that go to the heart and soul of an individual, right? So what are some of the adequate resolutions that are available for victims of these types of crimes? And how could a victim be made whole again, if at all? Do you think that victims of cyberstalking, I heard individuals tonight talk about their experience of what they've gone through and what a toll that has taken on them. Do you think that these types of things will be with them for the rest of their lives, possibly? Yeah, everyone's different. Everyone's going to react differently. I guess my goal that I had when I actually sort of got into this type of work by default or by accident, sort of. And it became a real interest for me because, like I said, it's the perfect marriage of educating and law enforcement. At this point in my career, I have some great opportunities to talk about this really important facet of our society and hopefully impart some knowledge for people that may not know a lot about it. I had the opportunity to visit the Baltimore County Police Department recently. It's related to cyber forensics. It might surprise some of you, but when we visited, they had like cases from the floor to the ceiling, you know, stacks of cases that can't like move forward. And you're probably wondering like, what is that about? You guys have any idea? There'd be stacks and stacks of cases, floor to the ceiling. Yeah, a lot of these cases can't move forward in the criminal justice system because there are not a lot of qualified individuals, at least in cyber forensics, mobile forensics, computer forensics, whatever you want to call it, that have this knowledge to help propel the case. So it's a travesty for our society and for victims because our criminal justice system can't, you know, move forward and have a resolution for individuals. So think about that. So now I have a more harsher feeling about, you know, imparting this knowledge that I teach at the university. There's so many jobs out there in this area that require this, it's kind of a niche knowledge. People sometimes conflate it with cybersecurity, but it's really not cybersecurity. Cyber forensics is dealing with the aftermath of a penetration, the aftermath of a hacking, the aftermath of breaking into someone's account and finding that evidence and, like I said, presenting it to a court of competent jurisdiction. So as I was looking at all of these cases, I was like, wow, there's a lot of, not only is there a lot of crime, a lot of cyber crime, in fact, but there's really not a lot of cases that should be moving forward for the community. And it's doing a disservice for the community if these cases are not resolved, especially because the victim is counting on that, right? That's the whole purpose, or one of the purposes, that victims come forward because they're trying to get a resolution. trying to like hit on some areas that other individuals tonight have mentioned. Talking about offenders that stalk others and cause havoc or try to wreak havoc on individuals' lives. Like I said, I think my reason that I got really involved is because it allows me the opportunity to share this knowledge that I've had and try to make it a better opportunity for victims to get the help that they need. Sort of indirectly, because I don't work for an advocate organization, or I don't see victims, but definitely the work that we do helps produce individuals that will hopefully someday work in these organizations that are out there, the district attorney's office, police departments, as analysts, and help, like I said, society grapple and help individuals that are in need of it. I don't think I'm going to take up too much more time. Thank you for allowing me to speak briefly about this really important area, and I appreciate the invitation.
Thank you so much for watching. To see more from our annual gala, click the top video. Please remember to like, comment, share, and subscribe to our channel. I'll see you in the next video. Stay safe.